Tough draw awaits Alex Eala in first WTA 1000 of 2026. Alex Eala was set to face a qualifier in her opening match at the 2026 Qatar Total Energies Open, but she drew arguably the toughest one. The 20-year-old Filipina will clash with the top seed of the qualifying round, 18-year-old Teresa Valentova of the Czech Republic, on Monday at the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex in Doha, Qatar. This marks Eala's first WTA 1000 event of the year. Eala comes off a successful campaign at the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, where she reached the quarterfinals in singles and the semifinals in doubles, both career-best finishes for her in a WTA 500 event. She will aim to carry that momentum into her clash with Valentova, one of the game's fastest rising stars. Valentova is coming off an impressive Australian Open run, reaching the third round before falling to eventual champion Elena Rybakina of Kazakhstan. Valentova, the second youngest player in the world's top 50 behind American Tini Vajovic, has faced three players this year that Eala also competed against in 2025. The Czech defeated former French Open champion Jelena Ostapenko of Latvia in the opening round of the Adelaide International before losing in the second round to 2025 Australian Open winner Madison Keys of the United States, both Grand Slam champions Eala defeated during her historic run at last year's Miami Open. Earlier this year, Valentova defeated hometown favorite Maya Joint in straight sets in the opening round of the 2026 Australian Open. Joint, 19, had beaten Eala in the finals of the WTA 250 Eastbourne Open last June. The winner of the Eala-Valentova match will face the victor of the first-round clash between world number 19 Carolina Muchova of the Czech Republic and world number 35 Jacqueline Christian of Romania in the second round. Tough draw awaits Alex Eala in first WTA 1000 of 2026. The calendar has barely turned, yet the stakes already feel heavy. As the first WTA 1000 tournament of 2026 comes into view, Alex Eala finds herself standing at a familiar crossroads, one that separates promise from proof, potential from permanence. The draw is out, and it offers no gentle welcome, no easing in, no soft runway. Instead, it reads like a test written in bold ink, established names, hard courts, long rallies, and the unspoken demand to belong. For Eala, this is not just another tournament. It is a marker. WTA 1000 events are where reputations harden, where rankings stop being abstract numbers and start carrying expectations. For a player whose journey has been defined by steady growth rather than sudden explosion, the opening week of 2026 feels like a spotlight turning a notch brighter. The draw reflects that reality. From the opening round onward, Eala faces opponents who know how to win ugly, who know how to close sets, who have lived through the grind of tour-level pressure. There are no mystery wild cards here, only players who have earned their scars and learned how to survive. For a rising talent, that kind of draw can feel cruel. For a competitor, it is clarifying, because tough draws don't ask if you're ready. They tell you it's time. Eala arrives at this moment with more tools than she had a year ago. Her movement is sharper, her shot selection calmer. The youthful fearlessness that once carried her now shares space with something more valuable, restraint. She doesn't chase points the way she used to. She builds them. She waits. She listens to the match. Yet a WTA 1000 is an unforgiving classroom. There are no pauses to regroup, no space to experiment. A slow start can cost a set. A loose service game can tilt momentum beyond recovery. The margins shrink, and every decision, down to where to place a second serve, feels amplified. For Eala, whose game thrives on rhythm and confidence, the challenge will be less about talent and more about weathering the storm when rhythm disappears. That is where the draw becomes a psychological maze. Facing higher-ranked opponents early forces a choice. Play freely and risk overreaching, or play cautiously and risk being overrun. The best players learn how to do neither. They compete in the present, point by point, refusing to let the name across the net dictate the shape of the match. That lesson is often learned the hard way. And yet, there's opportunity hidden in the difficulty. A tough draw offers something an easy one never can: permission to swing. There is no burden of expectation when the odds are tilted, no pressure to protect ranking points. In those moments, players often discover their truest version, the one unafraid of failure because the narrative has already been written by others. For Eala, that freedom could be dangerous, in the best way. Her left-handed patterns still disrupt opponents unfamiliar with her angles. Her ability to redirect pace remains a quiet weapon. And when her confidence clicks into place, she has shown she can turn defense into offense in a single breath. The challenge will be sustaining that belief across long, physical exchanges against players who refuse to blink. This tournament will test her patience more than her power. It will ask whether she can absorb pressure without leaking frustration, whether she can lose a tight set and return with clarity rather than urgency. These are not highlights reel questions. They are career questions, the kind that separate those who pass through the top tier from those who stay. Win or lose, the first WTA 1000 of 2026 will leave fingerprints on Eala's season. A deep run would announce her arrival with authority, silencing any lingering doubts about her readiness for the sport's upper floors. An early exit, while disappointing, would still offer valuable information about conditioning, shot tolerance, and the distance still to travel. Progress at this level is rarely linear. It zigzags. It stumbles. It demands humility. What matters is response. Eala has never been defined by shortcuts. Her rise has been built on accumulation of matches, of lessons, of resilience. A tough draw does not erase that work. If anything, it honors it. The tour does not test players it does not take seriously. As she steps onto court for her opening match, the noise will fade the way it always does. The rankings, the projections, the draw sheets, all of it dissolves into a rectangle of painted lines and a bouncing ball. At that point, the question becomes beautifully simple. Can she compete here, now, with what she has today? The answer will unfold rally by rally, breath by breath. And regardless of how the scoreboard reads at the end, one truth will remain. Alex Eala is no longer knocking on the door of the WTA's biggest stages.